Do you like to hunt? Do you like to nature watch? Do you use trail cameras? I do. I've been using trail cameras for a few years. Never really understood the importance of it, other than to watch the animals, the game that comes in. Since then, I've progressed to cell service cameras. And while they're convenient, they do have their issues. I've used several cell service cameras, and I've had some good and I've had some bad with them. The problem with using regular trail cameras is it's not that convenient, especially when your property is hundreds of miles away. The ease of being able to use a cell service camera to look at game, look at pictures, download them, see what's out there, try to pattern all the animals. It makes it convenient, but I really felt that there was a better way to do this. That's when I started looking at security cameras. There's security cameras out there that are Wi-Fi free, wireless free, power free, and that's when I come across Reolink. Reolink offers a couple cameras that provide cell service data access to the camera itself. You can actually live stream view, go through the history of the recordings. All you need is a data plan. This video is an unboxing, but it's kind of backwards because I actually have 4 of these cameras that I purchased out of my own pocket. I have no affiliation with Reolink. Nobody's given me anything. I simply just bought them to suit my needs. I deployed all 4 cameras out in the field and been steadily watching what comes in, what's around, seeing the traffic, and deciding what I need to do or what's going to help me be successful in my hunts. Since this is a backwards unboxing, only 3 of my cameras actually exist in the field right now. I actually had one issue with the camera, which actually Reolink support was able to help me identify that yes, it was a defective, faulty camera. And the support's actually been amazing. While I've not been able to actually talk with somebody live on the phone, they were actually able to attach to the camera remotely to identify that there was an issue. Each camera has its own unique identifier, and as long as there's an active cell service plan on that camera, then they can actually look, monitor, without any privacy issues or concerns, identify if there really is truly a problem with the camera or not. There's another reason that I actually purchased these cameras. The fact that you can live stream view gave me an idea for future videos of what I want to do, especially being a hunter. Being able to see what's there and actually sneak up on prey or predator has given me some additional ideas. Now, as far as the warranty goes, the warranty is actually pretty painless. It's easy. Each camera, as long as you register it through the app, it comes with a 2-year warranty. Really no questions, no holds barred. They will monitor, they will check, and if it needs replacing, they will replace, no questions. And it's actually pretty painless. While I've not been able to talk with anybody on the phone, everything's been collaboration through email. Once my camera was identified as having an issue, they were actually able to go ahead and issue an RMA for return of the defective camera. And in turn, all I had to do was pull my defective camera, repack it in the original box if you have it. If not, then another box will be fine. Take it to a postal service, be UPS or FedEx or other means. Give them a copy of the receipt that it's being sent with the information as required by Reolink, and they will actually issue a new camera before they even receive the defective one. With that said, we're going to get into an unboxing. Even though this is a little backwards, it's not a problem. Having used this camera now for a few months, it's actually been fairly easy to use. It's very simple to set up. It's not real hard at all. The instruction manuals included in here are very self-explanatory. All you need to do is just download the Reolink app to be able to set the camera up. So here's our unboxing. Obviously you got your manual. You have the camera with the mounting base. The camera is an actual pan and tilt camera. Works very, very well. Move the box out of the way here. But yes, it's a pan and tilt camera. Actually hangs like this. You do have a QR code for setting up the camera through your app. It will pretty much move or rotate. You can actually control that within the app itself. There is your mounting base. Strapping cables. Strap is if you want to actually strap the mounting base as opposed to screw it in. So very versatile, you can move it around. You have your included antenna. That's for the cell service link. There's your solar panel and your mount for your solar panel. Now, being as this is actually a warranty, so I've actually only had one defective camera or one faulty camera. I'm able to do this unboxing, but this will be getting deployed back in the field. My mounting base, my stand for my solar panel, everything is still intact. All I got to do is just mount the camera. Camera comes complete with USB plug-in, which mounts in the back here, hidden under a rubber flap. It is waterproof, IP compliant. Your antenna. Now, what I actually did with my previous cameras, because these are coated white, I actually purchased camo tape. I wanted to make it a little bit more concealed where people wouldn't actually notice or see it. So with that, I actually brought my original antenna. There's no hindrance on it whatsoever. But I actually wrapped my antenna, and on my previous cameras, I covered all the white base in camo tape. If you roll the camera down, you'll find a hidden flap in the back. It's a rubber cover. This is where your micro SD card is inserted, plus your nano SIM. Now, the thing about the nano SIM, since I already have an active nano SIM, they want you to use, or they suggest you use T-Mobile as the provider. You can use anybody, but what I actually found for my own personal preference, I went direct to T-Mobile to buy a SIM card, and after activation, I chose a plan for each of my cameras that's a 2 gig per month prepaid, $10 a month flat fee. So with 4 cameras, that's $40 a month flat fee. Now, what I have found doing it prepaid the way that I have it set up, it makes it easy, but there's a couple things you need to be aware of. If you're doing it as a prepaid and you're not actually setting it up as a full-on account where you have access to and you can just keep reloading, if you run past or lapse past your rollover date, by the time you reload your prepaid card, it may it may detach it may detach the plan you originally chose for it. So what you would have to do is call customer service, their prepaid line, and actually, even if you reloaded the card after the rollover date, you probably have to get them to reattach a plan to your account. That was the issue that I experienced. So, having said that, where's my nano SIM? And another thing, I've seen a couple other reviews over this camera where it's suggested that you only need a data plan, not the 3-in-1 where it's talk, text, cell, data. It doesn't matter. In fact, if you're doing it as a prepaid plan, I would suggest getting the combo. My own personal opinion, of course. Because you can actually call their 800 prepaid service, the automated system, and actually reload the account for your next month's worth of service by having a phone number attached to the account. That's my own personal opinion. Others may do it differently. The fact that I'm with T-Mobile, or I'm actually using T-Mobile service, I couldn't attach it to my original account because I am a Sprint customer. My Sprint account, I have several phones on there. I did not want to attach other stuff or these cameras to my Sprint account. So I chose to go the prepaid route. So we will insert our SIM card right there. Sometimes these are a little tricky because the slot is actually a little bit small. And I may have to actually get something to poke in there to get it to seat down a little bit further. There we go. Click. Okay. Okay. The Reolink Go PT cameras, which is a pan and tilt camera, obviously, already come with a micro SD card. I still have my micro SD card from my original camera. They require, or they suggest you remove everything before sending it back if you are doing warranties. As for the antenna, it's pretty straightforward. Just screws in on the side. You can tighten it up however you want. It's best if you're to leave it in the upward position. If you're mounting your base to a tree, obviously you'd have your solar panel hooked up and pointed best in the south direction, where you have readily available sunlight. But the internal battery, I found, does actually stay charged for quite a bit. The solar panel just helps keeps it charged. I have a lot of activity where I hunt on my lease. So it's constantly recording. You are not using any of the data off of that unless you actually physically access it through the app. Once you have everything in place and you decide to deploy it in the field, one other thing, there is another hidden flap or rubber cover, and that is your on-off switch. So obviously, I'm just replacing a warranty camera. I'm not out in the field. I'm going to keep it off. What I probably will do is go ahead and hook the solar panel up to make sure that I got a full charge before I actually take it to my lease where I hunt. Just so that I don't have any issues. You know, it is fall, winter time. We're getting a lot more clouds, rain, so sun is not out as often, but it will still charge even if it's just a filtered or a small amount. I hope you found this video a little bit informative. I didn't go into all the details about the app, how to use it. Its app is very self-explanatory, very functional. It's easy to use. The fact that you can live stream on these cameras, I do have some future videos planned, some things I want to do. a little bit different, but it's with the cameras. Excited, looking forward to it. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Smash that subscribe button. I hope to produce better content, more content for you, and be as informative as possible. Until then, happy hunting.